News 46 is brought to you by Golden Casino Group, where you'll always find great fun, good food, and fantastic entertainment, all at Gold Town, Lakeside, and the Pahrump Nugget. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight on News 46, a local church is the target of arson, and Nevada Highway Patrol to do free child safety seat checks. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Church members are in shock following a late-night fire. It's August 25th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Church services will be held at the Bob Roode Community Center this Sunday for members of Trinity Assembly of God on Big 5 Road. The church suffered smoke, electrical, and water line damage following a suspected arson fire in the middle of the night.
Just after 11:30 p.m., we were dispatched for a report of a structure fire. While we were responding, we were notified that there was smoke showing from a church. Upon our arrival, we found the sheriff's officers were there and found that there was fire and smoke showing from a rear entryway into the primary church. This is actually a complex that consists of numerous buildings on the same property. Our investigation revealed that there was at least one fire that almost went into the main portion of the church. It was within the same structure, but did not get into the primary sanctuary. There was also, we're investigating a possible another fire on the same property.
Does this look like arson?
It's under investigation. It's suspect in nature, and we have a number of folks that are investigating this with us right now.
Is alcohol, tobacco, and firearms involved, and why?
That could be part of the investigative body that's out here, and so we get a lot of people when we talk about specific types of applications, and they often render their assistance to the state fire marshal's office. Not totally out of the ordinary, but it's certainly prudent in this case.
And the state fire marshal's out here?
Absolutely.
Is there a different crime involved here because it's a church?
Not necessarily, but we treat all structure fires the same, and considering the fact that this is a large structure, and that it could have injured a lot of people and it caused a lot of serious damage, all the appropriate resources are out here today.
How much of the area was burned, do you know?
It's basically held by the sheriff's office and the fire department to a room and contents fire, so it really is contained pretty easy, and fairly early on is the investigation that's commenced now. It's taking a lot of time.
Was it started from the outside?
No, it was within the structure.
And so possibly vandalism that the sheriff's office is investigating?
That is part of the investigation ongoing with the sheriff's office.
There was another fire shortly after.
There was. We had approximately an hour into that fire, we were called for an unknown type fire in the area of 2nd Street and Bowling.
Real close to this fire?
Not too far away. Clearly we could see the second fire from the first structure fire. Crews arrived on location. It was dispatched as an unknown type fire, but we could see the smoke and fire actually from our vantage point. Crews arrived, they found a large fire that it was about a half acre in size. In the middle of that was a small accessory outbuilding structure that was well involved.
Do you know how long the investigation will take?
No, but it's well underway.
We'll have more on the fire at Trinity Assembly of God on Monday night's newscast. Nevada Highway Patrol's Public Information Officer Jason Bradchek invites the public to Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza tomorrow for a free safety seat inspection.
We'll be at the Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza from 9 to 1, and we'll be doing a car seat check, which is going to be free. You can bring your car down and you can get your car seat checked out, see if it's installed properly. If it's not, we'll help you install it and make sure it's in there the right way. 80% or more in Nevada have car seats that are improperly installed in their car. So that's a big number. So we try to do these events so we can keep the kids safe, keep everyone safe, and just make sure that seat's properly installed.
What happens if they're not properly installed?
if they're not properly installed, they're not going to protect the child if there is a crash. So that's one of the main things that we're trying to do, is to keep these children safe when they're in the car, and to educate the parents that this is how you properly install it and this is how you're going to keep your child safe in the event of a crash.
So these have to be secure, right? The car seat essentially has to be like part of the vehicle.
Right, and that's, the car seat needs to be in there. It cannot be wiggling around. It needs to be in that seat. And I'm sure you saw in the video with me, I'm in that seat putting all my weight on it and pulling. So when I get off that seat is not going anywhere. It's pretty much a piece of the car at that point. And it's important that when you are installing these, that you are using one system, not both, because then you're doubling the force and the impact. So if you're going to use latch, use latch. If you're going to use a seatbelt, use the seatbelt, but don't combine the two, because now you're doubling the force if there is an impact.
Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza, you're going to be there in the morning, and what's really great is that the kids can come and see the troopers' vehicles, get inside the cars, and it's actually kind of fun.
Right, it's going to be a fun event. We're going to be doing some serious things with the car seats and making sure those are installed right, but we'll have troopers out there. Our vehicles will be out there. You know, the kids can come out, get a sticker and a pencil, say hi to the troopers, check the cars out. It's going to be fun, but we want everyone, if they feel that maybe they're not installing it properly or they want some help, they can certainly come down and we'll help them out. Right. Also, this is a program that's funded off of a grant, so these troopers had to go through a 40-hour class on car seats, and that sounds like a long time, and it's because it is. There's a lot to know about car seats. So they go through this 40-hour class, and then tomorrow we'll be having the event. So the past 2 academies, every trooper coming out is car seat certified, and we're hoping that's going to continue on, because it is probably one of the most important things we do as troopers, is keeping children safe.
Exactly. Take advantage of this opportunity. Come on down to Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza tomorrow, Saturday, from 9 to 1.
9 to 1 we'll be out there, and if the line is long and it's past 1 o'clock, we're not going to turn anyone away. We'll just keep the line going and finish.
Nevada Highway Patrol says the trooper appears to be at fault in an officer-involved accident that occurred yesterday afternoon on Highway 160 just north of Rainbow. The trooper was transported with minor leg injury following the crash. NHP says the officer activated his lights and made a U-turn to conduct a traffic stop on a vehicle traveling in the opposite direction. That's when the collision occurred. We caught up with Fire Chief Scott Lewis to find out more.
Today we were dispatched for a report of an injury motor vehicle accident. There was an unknown number of vehicles involved in the accident. However, West was injuries, and there was also involved an NHP trooper.
All right, and this accident was on South Highway 160 right near Rainbow. It looks like traffic was blocked in all directions.
Yeah, so once the collision occurred, there was a number of NHP troopers that were in the area. So they came in quickly to the scene, they secured it. We arrived on location, we checked and assessed for injuries. We found 3 occupants in the 2 vehicles, between the 2 vehicles. There was no entrapment. We did assess 2 for medical. We transported 1 from the scene.
Well, what can the donated brains of deceased football players tell us about chronic traumatic encephalopathy, or CTE? A new study investigates. That's next.